President Reagan, a president who was competent and kind of awake.
It's unbelievable.
President McCain would have had the security there back in April, May, June.
We have three
These men
problems.
didn't have to die.
Before they requested security, it was denied. During, they had opportunities to help, cries for help. We had a Navy SEAL die, and I interviewed his father. A Navy SEAL died because he was told to stand down, and he refused. He saved 30 lives out of that consulate. He was a mile away at the CIA annex. Here's what we know. Remember, it came up in the second debate, and Governor Romney turned to President Obama and said, "You said this was terror?" Now, CBS did an interview.
Outrage.
And only now did they knew that the president was not calling it terror, and Candy Crowley jumped in. Watch this, that the media didn't show you, that CBS sat on after the second debate. It's pretty outrageous. Watch this.
Mr. President, this morning you went out of your way to avoid the use of the word terrorism in connection with the Libya attack.
Right.
Do you believe that this was a terrorist attack?
Well, it's too early to know exactly how this came about, what group was involved, but obviously it was an attack on Americans, and we are going to be working with the Libyan government to make sure that we bring these folks to justice, one way or the other.
This has been described as a mob action, but there are reports that they were very heavily armed with grenades.
As I
that
said,
doesn't sound like your normal demonstration.
Right. As I said, we're still investigating exactly what happened. I don't want to jump the gun on this.
Now, they had that tape. The president didn't say 2 weeks later to Joy Behar that it was a terror attack. And this president still hasn't told America, where were you that day, Mr. President?
Well, that proves what Mitt Romney said at the debate was correct.
That's right.
What Candy Crowley's correction was totally inappropriate and totally incorrect and totally false. It shows that he wasn't describing it as a terror attack for weeks, even though a terror group took credit for it immediately, and Washington was informed of that.
They were watching in real time.
How come I could figure out in 2 minutes it was a terror attack?
Of course.
He couldn't figure it out for 2 weeks because they're covering up, they're lying, and they want to create they wanted to create the narrative that Libya was fine, they had defeated al-Qaeda, and this was going to interfere with his political narrative. Same problem with the hurricane. His political agenda trumps his being president of the United States.
Last question. Who's going to win tomorrow?
I think Romney's going to win. I think he's going to win states that you wouldn't expect, like Pennsylvania.
You're predicting Pennsylvania?
I think we're looking at maybe he'll have about a 2 or 3 state margin.
Okay.
That's what I think.